going on, you guys? Welcome to my channel. And I'm sorry if it's a bit rocky. I'm driving and I don't have like my little thing to hold my phone right now. But, and forgive me for the scarf. But today's video is gonna be about my first day of orientation at Chick-Fil-A. Woohoo! Got hired yesterday. Had my second interview yesterday and I got hired. So today is orientation.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Never in a million years imagined that I would be working at Chick-Fil-A. Move the boy. But shit happens. And I ultimately think it's gonna be
Turn left.
Okay. So I'm being optimistic. I'm hoping for the best. I applied to quite a few positions before I applied to Chick-fil-A. Like jobs that I really wanted. And for whatever reason, I didn't get them. So I'm just taking that. I'm going to take that as God's way of showing me that I need to be at Chick-fil-A right now. Even if it's just for a moment. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh, you guys, traffic. Even if it's just for a moment, it's like I probably just really need to be at Chick-fil-A right now. That's where God wants me.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
So that's where I'm going, guys. So it is what it is. I applied to 2 Chick-fil-A's after like all the confusion and not being sure. I applied to 2 Chick-fil-A's. And they actually both called me back. They both wanted me to come in for an interview. But I only went to the one, which is like maybe a mile closer to my house than the other one. What is this person doing? Freaking go. Sorry guys, I got the slightest case of road rage. No one come through here. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, traffic is stupid. But anyway. I'm not even gonna hit my damn car. But yeah, so I'm just taking it as like I'm meant to be here. I think it's gonna be a lot of work, and don't let me even begin to fake the funk. Like
turn left.
So totally like at my desk doing computer work, answering phones type of chick. But I also thrive on like offering amazing customer service. I just think that's what I'm good at, is offering great customer service. So, and if you guys know anything about Chick-fil-A, you know that Chick-fil-A thrives on freaking top-notch customer service. So I'm just hoping I do well in this position. Today's orientation. I think I'll just be filling out like paperwork and stuff like that. Yesterday I received my welcome letter, pretty much like the "you're hired" letter, which was really dope. And I had to send over a form with my uniform sizes and shoe sizes and stuff like that. And I believe they'll have my uniform for me maybe tomorrow, or probably by the time I start next week. I'm also supposed to be getting my schedule today as well, so a lot to look forward to. Orientation is 2.5 hours today from 5 to 7:30, so that's not too bad. And if I'm not mistaken, I'll probably get paid for it as well. So I can take it. I can dig it rather. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to continue this drive so I can get there on time, because traffic's a bit icky right now. But I will talk to you guys after orientation, and I'll let you know how it went, what I did, what I got, and all that good stuff. So you guys stay tuned. Okay guys, so I know I was supposed to record after orientation, but my battery was like low on my phone and a lot of other stuff, so I didn't get to record on my way home from orientation, but I definitely want to tell you guys all about it. And let me start by saying I freaking love Chick-fil-A. Like, I thought I would love it, and I know the food is great, and I know the customer service is amazing, but like, actually being able to like be a part of their team or their family. I feel like it's more of like a family dynamic. Actually being able to be a part of that, I think is going to be so incredibly amazing. And this is my baby boy here.
Ma.
Yeah, sit. I'm recording. But anyway, so yeah. Sorry guys, pretty bad. But so when I first got there at 5, and there were 2 other people there who were 2 new hires as well, a guy and a girl there. And then the hospitality manager was the one that was doing the training pretty much for the day. And his name is Charles. Shout out to Charles. I think he's going to be an amazing, amazing manager. So, excuse me. So I'm so excited to work with him. But yeah, we got there, turned in our paperwork. We had to like print out, you know, the tax forms and things of that nature, and sign it and print it out and turn that in. So I turned that in. Of course, they got us something to drink, which they always do. Always so nice, even during the interviews, guys. Like when you first get there, the first thing they ask you is, "Can I get you something to drink?" And you can get whatever. You know, the first time I'm like, "Oh, I'll take water." The second interview, I'm like, "I'll take a lemonade, please, thanks," because you can literally get whatever you want to drink. So they're really, really nice. The process is so nice and smooth. There was an orientation packet, like a new hire packet pretty much, which was about maybe 15 pages long. And we each got a booklet, and we pretty much just went through it with the trainer, and he read through and went through the important parts, and just, you know, saying what Chick-fil-A values and the history of Chick-fil-A, and how we're always closed on Sundays, which is like amazing. Just pretty much the guidelines of how our location is ran. And luckily, you know, I work at one of the smaller locations in Atlanta, which is pretty cool, because normally everyone that I've ever been to is like double drive-through, play, house in the back, you know, busy from sun up to sundown. So luckily I work at one that's not as busy, and it's not as large, and it's almost kind of intimate. Even the dining room is kind of intimate, and you know, there's maybe about 20 or 25 tables in the whole restaurant. So it's just really intimate. It seems like a lot of the employers, or you know, the team members there know a lot of the guests, and everybody's so friendly and like bring their children, and just the entire atmosphere just seemed really, really dope. So I think that's going to be cool as well. What else did we do? So I also want to tell you guys one last thing. I know everyone thinks that if you work for Chick-fil-A, you get free food, okay? And like, you can get everybody discounts and all that stuff. And true, but not true. Okay, so we do get, at my location, we get $8 that we can use, up to $8 to use on anything that we want to order off the menu. Okay, for our break, pretty much, we can eat. And you don't have to buy a drink, because obviously you get your free drink when you first start your shift. So literally you can order a 4-count, an 8-count, a large fry, a cookie, a chicken sandwich, whatever you want. And as long as it's under that $8 or no more than $8, Chick-fil-A covers it. So I thought that was so freaking sweet. And I hope that answers everyone's questions as far as, do we get free food? Other than that, not so much. Like, we can't take it off the floor. Like, since it's technically they're paying for it, we can't take it out of the restaurant, so we have to eat it like there on our break. We can't take it home, which is fine. That's understandable. I'll eat my food, honey. Okay, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty cool. I saw some people were saying that their locations get 50% off, and you still have to pay a little bit, which is good, but I'd rather get mine for free. And it's like, if you work 5 or more hours, you get it for free. You get $8, or no. If you work 5 or more hours, you get a 30-minute break. But either way it goes, you still get that $8 for your meal. So that's still pretty good. We also get like half off, like catering and stuff like that as well, which is really cool. And then at the end of orientation, which made me love him even more, he wraps it all up like, "All right, so I know you guys want something to eat. Y'all want to get something to eat?" We're like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, I'll meet y'all at the register." Okay, so even yesterday in orientation, we got our $8 worth of free food, okay? And he was like, "Don't worry about going over today." Even though I didn't go over, I was like just at almost $8, like $7.91 or something like that. and I had gotten like 4 strips, a large fry, and a delicious ass chocolate chip cookie, you guys. And it wasn't even $8. So it was really cool. So to even see that even during orientation, they still honor their word and they still fed us, okay? And you know, when you're in there and people are eating and ordering around you and he's talking and you're reading and it's like, I'm hungry. And I was probably going to buy food anyway, but we didn't even have soup. It was so sweet. So I just want to tell you guys that we did get a free meal during orientation. And every shift that we work, we pretty much get $8 for a meal. Went over the orientation package. He gave us a tour of the restaurant, pretty much front, back, where supplies are, where, you know, emergency alarms are, and introduced us to the entire staff and took us in the back where, you know, they fry it, and showed us the office, and pretty much just a tour of Chick-Fil-A, which was pretty cool. Because I had never really been behind the counter in like a fast food place either. So that was really cool just to experience that. I know I was reading that because I'm a chick, I do reviews and I'm looking up and you know, doing all that stuff before I start working somewhere, before I eat somewhere. I'm just a reviewer. So on some of the videos that I watched and the reviews that I watched, everybody's like, you know, they're really sticklers when it comes to like the uniforms, and which they do provide uniforms for you. And I did order, pretty much they ordered me a uniform packet, which comes with 2 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, a belt, a pair of slip-resistant shoes, and then I believe like either a visor or like a Chick-Fil-A hat. So I ordered that, and that'll be coming. So I think it's cool that I don't have to worry about like what I'm gonna wear or finding black slacks or the right red polo or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They provide the uniforms for you, which I think ultimately does come out of your check, you know, maybe in equal amounts for like the next 4 checks or something. I'm not sure, but at least they do provide you with that up front, which I thought was pretty cool as well. Oh yeah, but like I was saying about as far as uniform is concerned, like, you know, ladies, you have to have your hair kind of pulled back or pulled up. Like I have a bun, if you guys can see, which they said was fine, but just pulled back, not too long. Guys can't have really long hair either, and stuff like that. But I was reading like some people were saying like we can't wear any nail polish at our store. You know, we can't wear earrings, we can't wear jewelry, all this stuff. But it seems like our location is pretty lenient. Well, not really lenient, but you know, we can wear polish, certain colors. We can wear studs like these as long as they're not like dangly or can drop anything in your food and they're secured. So we can wear studs, which is fine because that's kind of all I wear unless I'm like dressing up. So that's cool. I also have tattoos, but like he was saying in the during the training we're reading, he's like, well, they're gonna have to change that policy soon because everybody has tattoos. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much now, you know, especially when you guys are hiring the younger crowd, everybody has tattoos. And I have some as well. I have like on my arm, and then I got one like on my wrist here, and like a lot on my back. So tattoos are like, yeah, the thing now. So he was like, as long as it's not like offensive, stop it please. As long as it's not like offensive or anything like that, then we'll be able to wear it. And if it's too much, then we can cover it up. But I can put a Band-Aid on my, stop it, put a Band-Aid on my wrist if I have to. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. As far as hours are concerned, you know, I have children. I got kids in school. I got a 2-year-old, as you guys saw, that'll be in daycare, so I cannot work late night hours. They do close at 10. But from what I've seen, even if you close at 10, you're probably there till about midnight or maybe even later, just trying to close the store. So I'm really glad that I'm not a closer. I'll probably be an opener, but I can't start at like 6 a.m. when they first open because I have to make sure my kids get to school and a daycare. So I'm going to let my manager know about that as well. But my trainer was saying that she's very flexible when it comes to the schedule. They're very accommodating with students who have, you know, school schedules. So I'm hoping that the same will apply since I'm a parent and I have kids. So I'm thinking she'll work with me, and I'll probably work from about 7 in the morning to catch that morning rush, morning breakfast shift. And then I'll catch a lunch shift too. So I'll probably be off work at about 2 or 3 o'clock. which for me is still really good. You know, my morning's done. I've still got majority of my afternoon to still do what I need to do. Come home, make sure my kids' homework's done. Still cook dinner, clean my house, do all those things that high schoolers are not really worried about doing right now. So I'm pretty glad that I'm on a morning shift too. Let's see, outside of that in orientation, what do we do? We went over product, over the products pretty much, and not products, but pretty much like the containers that everything comes in, the different cups and small and large, and this is for milkshakes, and this is for sweet tea, and these containers are for side salads, and this box is for an 8-count nugget, and you know what I mean, just pretty much going through all that stuff. And he was like, of course you're not going to remember at first, but you do things so repetitively that it's like almost emblazoned in your mind. So I think I'll catch on fairly quickly to that as well. Of course, even though my trainer didn't mention it, but I know the thing at Chick-Fil-A is saying my pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. And it's so funny that he didn't mention it not one time at Chick-Fil-A. I mean, during the orientation, but I heard people saying it all around me the whole time. So I'm sure that I'll just pick up on it, and it'll be just like second nature to me as well. But outside of that, and he was kind of like just doing chit chat in between and like speaking to guests in between training because everyone knew him, and you know, came in with kids and like, oh, Charles, hey. So just the whole flow and the feel of the vibe of the orientation was just really chill and lax. I talked about the food items that we serve, what we'll be doing, and ways that we can grow, you know, within the company, and how he started as a team member just like us, and he grew up, and, you know, well, not grew up, but worked his way up the ladder, which I would honestly be interested in doing too, because if I'm gonna work at a fast food restaurant, I'm not settling for being the girl on fries for 10 years. Like, no, I'm gonna work my way up. And it's so doable. And like the headquarters, like the corporate office headquarters of Chick-fil-A is here in Georgia as well. So like, I want to work my way up and be working in the corporate office, if anything, and not freaking just serving chicken sandwiches. And what I really like about the company is that he mentioned that on numerous occasions, how, you know what I mean, Chick-fil-A offers so many different opportunities to grow and, you know what I mean, to be your own, just to have some independence, and not, like you say, it's so much more to Chick-fil-A than serving chicken sandwiches. And I believe it, you know what I mean? And he's like, Chick-fil-A has been so good to me and my family and me and my wife, and you know, I love my job and I love my life. And here's somebody 60 years old who's had numerous different, you know, positions and worked in different fields and had kids in college and got a wife at home now. For him to say how fulfilled he is with working at Chick-fil-A, I'm like, damn, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? He loves our operator, which is the owner of our location. How, you know, I think he's worked there for maybe 8 years now, and he's like, you know, him and the owner are really, really cool. And you would never think a 60-year-old black man and a probably 40-something-year-old white man would be like the best of friends. But they're really, really cool and really close. And he's like, he takes him to the Buccaneers games every year for his birthday, and they go to Tampa and like hang out and stuff. And it's like, wow, that is cool to see that even grown men can, in Chick-fil-A, can break that racial barrier and everything else and just be about enjoying and embracing each other. And obviously, you know, our operator thinks that he's a good person and was willing to promote him and put him in the position that he's in, and then found him, his character and his personality good as well, which is why they're so close, you know, as good of friends. Be careful. Why they're so good of friends that they are right now. And it's like, dang, I just love that. Even when I was like interviewing on my second day for my interview, when I was meeting with the operator or the owner of the location for the second interview, and there was one of the team members there, and she was like, an older lady, not like elderly, but like older than me, maybe in her 40s. And she was just in the dining room smiling and singing and wiping tables and, hey, you know, I'm like, hi. She's like, are you here for an interview? I'm like, yes, ma'am. You know, I'm here to meet with the operator. And she's like, oh, you got this, girl. You got this, you know. And you'll love working here. And we are such a tight-knit, dysfunctional, but fun-loving family. And you know what I mean? Like, she already made me feel so comfortable, and I hadn't even gotten the position yet. So just her telling me that, and these are not just like young teenagers saying, oh, it's so fun to work at Chick-fil-A. Like, these are adults with bills and kids and finances and real life who love working at Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, wow, I feel like there might be some potential there. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure my first day there, I'm probably going to be extremely overwhelmed and feel like a chicken with my head cut off. But something is telling me that this is going to be good for me. Like, even being outside on drive-through or like whatever, I think this is going to be good. So with that being said, I'm not going to keep repeating myself and draw this video out any longer. But I'm really excited. I'm waiting to hear back, get an email back now to let me know that my uniform is available to pick up and to pretty much just get my schedule for training. And that's what I was going to say too. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. But as we were reading the orientation packet, you know, there's a part in there that says like, at the end of training or during training, there will be tests that you're required to take, and you must pass these tests in order to be employed with Chick-fil-A. And then as he's reading that, he's like, not true. And I'm like, bomb, okay. So maybe we won't have to do as much of the tedious training and stuff. Like, I've seen people say they have to watch hours of videos and then take tests after each video and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure I'll probably still have to do some of that, but he kept saying, like, you know, I can tell you guys how to do this all day, but really the best way to do it is just to get out there and do it. So I'm feeling like this will probably be a position where I'll be on the floor sooner than later. So, and that really excites me because I kind of have cashier experience, customer service, POS, all that good stuff. I have that experience already, so it excites me to like just get down with it. So, with that being said, I am just waiting for that next email. So when I get that, I will let you guys know what it says and what my hours are going to be. And I'm going to take you guys to work with me, too, on my first day. I'm sure I probably can't film too much, but whatever I can film, I'm going to let you guys know. Because just like me, like before I got this position, I watched as many videos as I could. I read as many reviews as I could because I wanted to know what the heck it was like working at Chick-fil-A. So I am your girl, okay? So everything else from here on out, I'm going to keep you guys posted on. If you guys have any questions about Chick-fil-A, about the interview process, about the hiring process, about training, orientation, any of those things, leave it down below. I'll get back to you. I'll answer it. Because trust me, I wish someone would have answered the questions that I had prior to working here. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll catch you guys on my next video when I'm going in training. But until next time, make sure you give a thumbs up, guys, if you like this video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get all my Chick-fil-A videos and just to find out about me because I'm a cool chick. And yeah. And yeah, I appreciate you for watching. Until next time, I'm out.